All right, gang, what the tits is going on? So I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. It was kind of a last minute thing to do the last video, and it's a last minute thing for me to actually record videos for this league. So I never did a team analysis, draft analysis kind of video. So I'm going to do that right now. Also, I also worked out again and did not. Well, I sort of combed my hair, but I didn't shower my hair, so it might be messy again. So sorry to my man Jester. I hope you're not upset at me. But anyway, I got my team laid out here. I'm just gonna go. Whoop, that's not the button I wanted. I got my team laid out here. I'm just gonna go through and kind of talk about what we got going on with all these mons, why I drafted them. Again, this is a draft league where you get one Uber. So you can draft one Uber, and there were some restrictions on what Uber that could be. So for instance, you could not get the Necrozma Steely Boy type, the lion Necrozma. No good. I would have liked him, but obviously you couldn't get him. So I was like, Giratina is the tits. He's awesome. He's very cool. I'm gonna get him. So he's got a lot of things he can do. I like pressure as an ability. You can kind of see my whole team up there. You got the whole squad. I really like pressure as an ability because you can kind of run a Crocoon set with him. So you can run that. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. Don't prepare for this, but you can run a Crocoon set with him, and that's all I'll say. But I really wanted a team that supported Giratina, and I wanted a team that supported Scizor. So I kind of wanted them to be the backbone of the team, and I wanted the full core to be Dragon Fairy Steel. I call it a Dream Core. That's from VGC. I don't know if other people call it Dream Core. But Dragon Fairy Steel, Giratina, Tapu Fini, Mega Scizor. And they all complement each other really well because Scizor is weak to fire, and Tapu Fini resists fire, Giratina resists fire. Giratina is weak to ice. They both resist ice. Dark. Tapu Fini resists dark. And Ghost. And he doesn't resist Ghost, but I picked it up on other parts of my team. And I just think they are a really good core together. Very bulky, super thick core. And they've got Calm Mind, Swords Dance, so they have ability to build up. I like to build around really fat teams for draft format because offense can be kind of gimmicky sometimes. And stall just gets absolutely walloped in draft format because you just easily prepare for stall. So I like to sit somewhere in between the two and have a really bulky offense core. So Giratina is the mainstay that I want to support. So next thing I drafted was Crocodile. These might not be in perfect order, but this is like kind of a general idea of what I was going through. So the other thing that Giratina is weak to is Ghost type. And I really wanted to deal with ghost types, and I really wanted a guy to put the pointy boys up, the stealth rocks. So Crocodile is great because he can pursuit trap ghost types, and he can put up the pointy boys. He also helps Tapu Fini with electric weakness, but it kind of adds a grass weakness, but that's good because Scizor and Giratina both resist grass. So altogether, as a backbone, those four super solid. Crocodile can also bulk up, can also Dragon Dance, can run Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Moxie, Intimidate, all sorts of stuff. Super cool mon. So those four together, really good. And then I'm gonna kind of skip over one. I'm gonna jump down to Licky right now. I keep doing that. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see when I pull up my Discord on accident? I keep trying to click on OBS and I keep clicking Discord. I don't know why I click on OBS. Anyway, ouch. Just hit my finger on the ping pong table that I'm sitting on. Okay, I'm not sitting on the ping pong. Never mind. Anyway, Licky. So, Licky, really good in draft format. Always slept on, super low tier. Incredible move pool. Like, if I scroll down Licky's move pool, Aquatail, we got Aquatail, we have Knockoff and Wish support down here, Power Up Punch, Power Whip, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Seismic Toss, Shadow Ball, Surf, Thunderbolt, Thunder Punch, Toxic, Zen Head. This guy literally does it all. Like, this fat pink blob. Every team you draft, you gotta get some sort of fat pink blob that can pass off a wish. So my other team, I have other league, I have Clefable. This league, I have Licky. Wish passing, just incredible. Like Licky Licky, backbone of the team, unsung hero. Only played one game, but I can already tell you he's going to be right next to Giratina on this list. So I knew I wanted Licky Licky before the draft even started. He's an absolute beast, absolute terror, and really needed him. He supports this core incredibly, so that's 5 mons that I can basically bring to most games. Rotom Wash, I wanted another ground resist, and I say another because Giratina can run Grisius Orb to get Levitate, but I wanted a ground resist, and I also wanted a flying resist. And if you haven't noticed yet, like so many things on my team can defog. I just got like so many defoggers. Also has, he's just great support. You know, it's Rotom Wash. You know what he does. He Hydro Pumps, he Volt Switches, he Will-O-Wisps. He can trick Choice Scarfs onto things and trick items that you don't want. He can Pain Split. He's annoying. He's fat. He's lots of good things. So you know what Rotom Wash does. Just great support for the team as well. Kind of picking up a grass weakness, by the way, and I think one of my team's biggest weak points is probably that grass weakness, but I think there are also like things that I can do to cover that up. So grass water weakness as well. So grass water fire all together can kind of beat my team. So if you're building against me, don't listen to that. Nidoqueen, another really good draft mon. Super powerful. It's got Stealth Rocks. Does it have Toxic Spikes? It has Toxic Spikes. Super powerful with the, not Poison Point, but with Sheer Force. Very strong with Sheer Force, with Life Orb. Force Switch Outs. Poison type attacker. I got lots of ground. I got lots of ground type Stealth Rockers. I was feeling like I wasn't drafting enough like Stealth Rocks after Crocodile, because I was like, sometimes I'm not going to want to bring rocks on Crocodile, but Nidoqueen, great wall breaker, great just take a hit, dish it back out, and also great hazard setter. Also really good with Licky Licky, because a lot of these things don't have super reliable recovery. I know Scizor does, but Licky Licky can wish past to everything, so that's why I really needed Licky Licky. Again, can't stress it enough, backbone of the team. Piloswine, always way too far down in draft league tiers. He literally like takes every hit. I remember one time I was prepping for a game against a rain team, and I ran like a specially defensive Piloswine, and I like calced it to live like a Kingdra surf like in the rain, and it lived it with enough to spare. And it's also got Freeze Dry, another Stealth Rocker, Ice Shard, super helpful. So a lot of ground types, a lot of water weaknesses, but they're all very different ground types. So I figured I will just find ways to support them on my team and just work my way around those weaknesses. And again, Giratina is so fat. Tapu Fini is so fat. So they're just incredible water resists, so I'm not too worried about that. And pretty good grass resists as well for Scizor and Giratina. Coming down here, I'm going to talk about Serena next. Houndoom was actually the last thing I drafted, so I'll talk about him last. Serena, Rapid Spin, because I don't have enough defog yet. As you can see, Articuno, another defogger. So Rapid Spin. Never used Serena before, so that was another reason I wanted to use her. Kind of mid-tier list, and pretty sure she has Synthesis, grass type, so really good ground resist, a grass resist, a water resist. I was like, I need a grass type. I don't want them to be super passive. I want them to be able to do other things for the team as well. So I was just like, Serena's a versatile grass type. Sometimes you have a lot of grass poison types, and sometimes that can feel like, is this a true grass type because it's not a ground resist? So I really wanted a ground resist grass type, so just pure grass and able to do something with hazards and not super. I didn't want a 4 times weak grass type either, so I didn't want like a Torterra that just gets super weak to ice. And then also kind of throughout the draft, I was always thinking like, I don't want to draft too many Pokemon that would give my opponent a reason to run Hidden Power Fire. So I was thinking like really, really far ahead. I was like, if somebody's prepping for this team, I don't want them to be able to bring a specific hidden power that just gives them a leg up on my team. Because if you have Scizor and Ferrothorn and something else that's weak to fire, your opponent's just going to tech HP Fire on their set, on like half their sets, and then that puts your team at a big disadvantage. So I was like, I already drafted Scizor. I want Scizor to be like a big part of this team. So I'm going to draft a lot of things that aren't weak to fire. So Serena's like my one grass type. And I have Articuno, which is another thing weak to fire. But like, people aren't going to be teching HP Fire on me for Serena and Articuno. They would only be doing it for like Scizor. So that was something that I really thought of throughout the draft, actually. That was very intentional, that I didn't get too many things weak to fire. And then I was like, I'm going to bring Houndoom later as well because that's Flash Fire. But anyway, Articuno, another really great mod. Another great pressure like Crocoon kind of set. You can also run Freeze Dry, which is really great against water ground types and really great against water dragon types because Palkia's in the league. So Articuno was something that I really wanted. Also a really underrated mon. Very bulky. Very good Choice Scarf set with Freeze Dry, and it's got U-Turn, and I think it has Hurricane as well. I really hope it has Hurricane. Yep, it's got Hurricane. So if you put it in the rain, that's another thing. Don't listen to this if you're playing against me, but rain is something I want to bring this season because I've got Tapu Fini. Rain helps protect Scizor from fire. Articuno's got Hurricane. I feel like I could bring a really good rain team just surprise one week. So maybe that I'm saying this and people are in the league are listening to me, maybe they'll prep for rain too much and then I won't bring it, but I do want to bring it sometime throughout the season. So Articuno, another really cool mon that I just I thought it fit the team well. Another ground resist. It's helpful. And finally Houndoom, kind of like the last thing I chose. I wanted a fire type. It kind of completes the Tapu Fini, Serena, Houndoom for the Fire, Water, Grass. It's another dark type to Pursuit Trap. Besides that, I don't think it really belongs on my team. I could definitely get a better fire type, but when I was a little kid, Houndoom was one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't think I'll be bringing it that much, but here or there it might be useful, and it's just really useful to have a fire type. Also has Sucker Punch. I'm thinking about bringing like a Pursuit Sucker Punch, maybe a Choice Band set sometime, like a Flame Charge set too. I think he gets Flame Charge. Does he get Flame Charge? Oh yes, Flame Charge. Does he get Flare Blitz? It doesn't get Flare Blitz. I'll have to think of something creative to run with Houndoom. I want to run it sometimes. I keep clicking on Discord. I'll do it sometime this season. But that is my team. And finally, we have to draft a Z Crystal. So my Z Crystal I got was Fairium Z for Tapu Fini. I was going to get Icium Z, but somebody had already drafted it. I was going to get Icium Z for Z Haze for Tapu Fini to completely restore its HP. And it could also be teched because there's a lot of dragons in the league because of Ubers. So it could have just been something for, I don't know, like something to blow something back, like Surprise, Piloswine, Articuno, yeah. Something to blow something back. But anyway, that's just the gist of my team, so I just wanted to give you a quick recap of it, of why I drafted the team I did, so that, and also so you know what Pokemon I have at my disposal for building each week. But that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a freaking beautiful day.